There was big drama for one of the pre-season favourites in FP3. Kimi Antonelli losing control of his Mercedes at turn 2, causing huge damage to the new W17.
Oh, it's a big smash. It's a big smash. The barrier greets you so quickly there on the exit. It's slippery off that Astro, and that is why Antonelli then has just smashed his Mercedes into many, many pieces, and that could come back to bite him in a big way for the team that we think has a march on everyone.
A little bit quicker.
Oh, off the road, into the barrier. Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. What an unusual sight that is to see. The four-time world champion bouncing through the gravel, into the wall, and out of qualifying.
Just listen to the braking. Yeah, rear axle's gone straight away.
It's early on in the braking, isn't it? So you could just hear the revs drop as the rear's locked solid for a moment.
Yeah, there's not even the cat-like reactions of Max Verstappen could do anything in that scenario. Like the handbrake has been pulled on.
All okay, Max?
Yeah, I don't know, the car just locked on the rear axles. Fantastic.
Oscar Piastri, the home favourite, has hit the wall. He said he's okay, but extraordinarily, we've already lost a McLaren from this race. Over the curb, off the curb, into the wall, out of the Grand Prix. Absolutely extraordinary.
Lando was going to overtake him, and Lewis is like, no.
Wow.
That got a bit close, didn't it?
Did they even touch? I saw somebody.
Lewis is like,
I think they did touch, you know. I think maybe Lewis has got some floor damage from that.
Bortoletto, and there he is. We pick him up, and he was having to give it everything into the 16th and final turn, and he's gone off and recovered to the pit lane.
Let's have a look on the right-hand side on the way in. Is he getting on this curb? Only a little bit, but it was maybe enough just to unsettle him with a huge amount of entry speed as well.
Kimi Antonelli had dropped down at this point to around 10th place, and that got him a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. On board with Sergio Perez, Cadillac driver. Oh, no way. He's hit his teammate. Contact between Ocon and Colapinto as Colapinto rejoined from his stop.
Yeah, he knows that he needs to strike right now, but this is a really hopeful... Oh, he's lost it before he's even hit Colapinto, hasn't he? Really hopeful look from that far back. Maybe hoping that Colapinto is going to go way wide of it, carrying speed out of the pits.
Yeah, no question. That'll be Ocon that gets a reprimand or worse for that.
Oh, Alex Albon running the curb on the left, and that's unsettled the rear. Big snap of oversteer. Oh, he's touched the barrier as well. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but they'll just want to check it over when he comes in the pits.
Yeah, they're wheeling him back into the garage now, in fact.
Oh, the Cadillac's not seen him.
Oh, contact between the two.
Yeah, he was...
If he saw me.
It is a big crash for Ollie Behrman. It will change the race. Behrman off the road and into the barriers. And that's not nice to see. Ollie Behrman having to take a moment and just sit down behind the barriers. Okay, Oliver Behrman. Behrman taking avoiding action around the Alpine, heavily into the barrier. Colapinto, the driver in front.
It's the nature of the regs. You've got a car harvesting, you've got a car deploying, and you get these massive differences in speed. It's not like we've seen at, any time in Formula One. Looking at the data even in qualifying, you've got cars going at full tilt with different deployment strategies and huge differences in straight line speed.
Colapinto on the inside of Lewis Hamilton at turn 11. Oh, and they touched! And there's damage to the Ferrari. I'd be amazed if there's not significant damage to that Ferrari. And that is Isaac Hadjar into the wall. Isaac Hadjar thumps the steering wheel in frustration. Let's check out what happened to Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah, you can see his front suspension's broken, and because he thumped the wall on the left-hand side just before that, and there's still some dust there.
Still a bit of water down there as well after this morning's rain. That's under the flyover. And that's another car. Pierre Gasly has gone off at turn 17. I'm glad he says he's okay. I really am glad he says he's okay, because he's gone in quite hard into the tyre barriers. But this is Lawson on the inside locking up, and he can't stop in time before Pierre Gasly is upon him and rolling over. Whoa.
It's remarkable. It's surprising they didn't have more up. Goes down the outside, leaves a lot of racing room. I'm not not sure there's I mean, Pierre Gasly couldn't have left any more space. That was completely fair enough. Still got to complete this lap. Oh, he's out.
And Charles Leclerc has spun around and is out of this race. George Russell.
No, he
has got it going. George Russell is ahead of Max Verstappen. How did Charles Leclerc not hit the barriers there? That is a save of the century, but he might still be out of this race because he looks like he's got a problem, letting Arvid Lindblad just go past one of the back markers. How did he avoid a race-ending accident? Well, he avoided it by making contact with the wall with his front left tyre, not the rear wing.
Yeah, so his left rear is damaged a little bit.
Oh, and running out of room on the track is Alex Albon in the Williams. We may or may not see a replay of this. There may have been a marmot involved in what happened. And it could be that Alex was trying to get out of the way of one of the local inhabitants, as it were. On board with George Russell. Oh, and that's, I think, why we had a double yellow, and that is just a little love tap into the barriers. He's got away with that to a certain extent. That'll be why we had a double waved yellow, and it's Esteban Ocon in the Haas, and is another red flag. Oh, that he's basically got on the power there and absolutely lost it.
He actually left quite a bit of margin to the outside. He just it looked like he bottomed out. And I noticed actually out of the hairpin, Crofty, those sparks coming out of the back of Ocon's car. And while he's tried to put the power down, get that spike of it, power and energy, it's bottomed out for him.
Fernando Alonso is in the wall, trying to hustle that Aston Martin into the next part of sprint qualifying, and Alonso has found the barriers. Lock up and end of the session for Fernando Alonso.
Supernatural speed into this corner. Big old lock up immediately. So as he's hit the brakes, the fronts have just locked solid. He's on a sensible bit of track when he does it, but the front's just straight into lock.
Yeah, sorry. Lock up, mate.
This is not quick for Piastri.
Has Piastri tripped over Albon or something there? Looked like there was work going on the front of the car for Piastri.
Oh! And that was a late lunge that Alex Albon didn't see coming. It's a 10-second time penalty for Oscar Piastri for clouting the side of Alex Albon's Williams. Albon is out of this Grand Prix.
Come on. Keep going.
And there is damage to the front of Sergio Perez's car.
What is he hit, or who is he hit?
Oh, it's a straight failure. Isaac Hadjar going again on the hard tyre. He's dropped it into the wall. Isaac Hadjar, who has been driving with a margin through this session, goes beyond the limit, and he has stuck it into the barriers just below our commentary box. And Isaac Hadjar brings out our first red flag of the weekend.
Yeah, it's the on-board here, so he turns it in. Oh, he doesn't...
We've got more debris on the circuit. And the front wing is damaged for Fernando Alonso. And the red flag is out once again because that is too chunky a piece of debris on the racing line. Let's go on board with the winner of this Grand Prix in 2006 and 2007. And he's lucky it's only a tiny piece of the front wing.
Holy macaroni.
Oliver Behrman at the third turn, and it's Massenet. It always seems to be Massenet in FP3, and the British driver has hit the barrier. He said he's okay, but his car is not. And then onto the dirty, dusty part of the racetrack. You could see the dust lifting off, and into the barrier goes Behrman.
Mid part of the hill. It's a touch with the barriers, but a light contact. And that is Gabriel Bortoletto up against the barriers. Let's see what happened. Oh, he clipped the barrier on the entrance.
Yeah, clipped that inside. Very easy to do. A broken track rod there, and it steered him left into the barriers.
And Charles Leclerc hits the wall as Antonelli takes pole. That, in a Monaco moment, is how it all changes around.
He's got oversteer on the way in, and that's why he clouted the right rear. Back end stepped out on the way into the corner. He kind of had nothing to lose at that point, did he? It was just like, you know, go for gold.
Stroll on the final corner has stopped, and Anthony knows he's gone into the barriers. That's why we've got a yellow flag. I wonder if we're going to need at least a safety car here. We are getting a safety car. Let's have a look. Final corner. Anthony knows.
Yeah.
Oh, got the marbles, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just
Very
off the racing line, got off the marbles, crashed at about 47 miles an hour.
Front wishbone's broken as well.
Charles Leclerc is out. Charles Leclerc has gone into the barriers, and that happened at the final corner. Said the tyres were cold. Did he get on the marbles? Did that cost Charles Leclerc there? But he's definitely out. That left front tyre. There's a bit of resurfaced tarmac on the left-hand side, Martin. I'd like to see that on board again. Look at the tarmac he gets on, which looks like it's breaking up a little bit, to be fair.
Very similar to Stroll.
Yeah.
Almost a carbon copy of Stroll.
Round goes the Cadillac. Valtteri Bottas in the gravel, and he finds himself beached by the looks of things. The red flag is out.
He's stopped. He's got like, oh, he has no brakes. He has no brakes. He has no brakes.
I lost my brake pedal. It's gone. Like, the pedal is gone. Got very lucky there.
And Charles Leclerc has gone off into the barriers, and he was hustling the Ferrari, the updated Ferrari, around the turns. And once again, Charles Leclerc is into the barriers.
Let's just go on board as he approaches the braking at turn 4, slows the car down towards the apex, and he's going to have a snap here. Ah, yeah, he has just got more torque than he's got grip, and as he's corrected, we see that sort of counter correction and straight into the barrier. Very, very unusual to see a race car crash there.
There is still time to go, but that is a big moment for Max Verstappen, and he's out and into the barriers as he was pushing for pole. He lost it at turn 9. That is going to cost George Russell too, because there's yellow flags down there, and it's going to cost Kimi Antonelli.
And just very early on, before the apex, the rear of the car already started to rotate and come round on him. He came in. Bernie said, didn't she, in the earlier run, turn 9, that's where he was down on the benchmark of Kimi Antonelli, and that's where he had to find time. That's where he had to look for extra performance. He had to go. You can't fault him for trying.
Martin said about Fernando Alonso, can you confirm that?
Yeah, absolutely, Crofty. On the first lap, he got tapped by Perez mid-corner. That sent him spinning. That's what the yellow flag was all about.
One of the contenders for the World Championship in the field is trying to reverse his way out of the Luffield gravel trap.
That is very, very strange. So it looked like a push. Yep, that car has been driven in to the gravel.
And Alex Albon into the side of the Haas, and that was pretty conclusive. And off into the gravel, Max Verstappen! Max Verstappen from the podium! Unbelievable! Confirmation, Max Verstappen is in the gravel, and this British Grand Prix has another twist. He's at Stowe Corner, and he appears to be out of the British Grand Prix. And oh my word, we have a full safety car to completely reset the order. They will close up. Verstappen goes off at a high-speed turn, and he is out of the British Grand Prix. It's away from an inch of the gravel and out of the race.
I've never seen that.
I would suggest something's broken there on the rear of the car for Max. The way that it went, it was very early on. He saw it coming, straightened the wheel just to fire it off the road, but keep the car pointing forwards, and it didn't. It went again.
That sucked. This car, unbelievable. This.
Pierre Gasly has had a big off here and has lost his rear wing, as you can see, and we've got a red flag. So that is through the Fania chicane that this has happened. All okay at the moment.
Caught the end.
It was a glancing blow, wasn't it?
caught the end of the barrier. It's
just absolutely lost it out of nowhere. Lost of real.
So what would have caused? What has caused that? 'Cause that's it's not in straight line mode, is it? At that stage?
No. It looked under control when he got the apex. Then it looked like a fairly innocuous little slide to start with. He got on the gravel, but then didn't manage to slow it down enough.
That's quite the Friday night rebuild down at Alpine for a crew, and a Friday night confidence booster maybe for Pierre Gasly.
And the rear of the car just came around on him, same as Gasly, and as you say, Crofty, hit the exact same spot that Gasly. In fact, I think the tire marks were still there, weren't they, on the orange barrier and that edge of the green barrier. You see the marshals jumping out just with the impact.
Max Verstappen swallowed up by the chicane. Antonelli leads.
Russell and Hamilton hit.
From Leclerc, Russell and Hamilton make contact. Russell in the gravel. Hamilton continues on. Lindblad's lost out to Lawson in the Racing Bulls. What an action-packed first lap. And George Russell out of this race. And that is Esteban Ocon down in 15th, and he's got damage.
There goes Russell now.
It's a little snap of oversteer, isn't it? Mid-corner from Lewis there.
Having quite a few adventures.
Oh, and that's his teammate, Ollie Behrman, as they rub wheels through the Fanier chicane. The Mercedes has been recovered now. Oh, and he could have easily picked up that puncher heading off into the gravel as well. He's halfway alongside Oscar Piastri, who dares to brake latest they touched. And there's a little bit of damage, I think, came off the Ferrari. Piastri has lost out. Hamilton's now all over his rear wing, but 2 into 1 did not go.
The stewards will be looking at that.
But Lance Stroll stopped actually from turn 3 looking up towards turn 4, and Lance has stopped by the side of the track. Oh dear.
Rear left.
Is it on the exit of turn 3? No, it's on the exit of 2. Ooh. That was a surprise.
It's just gone clock, isn't it?
Franco Colapinto in the barriers, driver from Argentina, reporting that he's okay and finding his way to the wall. Here we go, 14th and final turn. Someone's already gone off. You can see the tyre marks from earlier on. And they're not looking at the blue flags. And look at how much contact! Unbelievable! Oscar Piastri has contact with the Williams, and Oscar Piastri was impeded there. Look at what that's done to his race.
Oh, get out of the way, Carlos Sainz. What's he doing? What is he doing?